screen.
Carlos, thank you for joining.
Yes, sir. No problem.
So we are officially kind of launching the Quality of Life Hub for the P&G Southeast Mixing Center. And we've put together kind of a step-by-step guide, but I'll bring you through this system via a kind of a demonstration here in a moment. But the impetus for this is basically giving the teams, whether that be P&G folks at the site or our Sodexo teams on site, to be able to submit work orders around the facility. And so it's basically a digital end user interface that can be accessed via the web or native iOS or Android app as well, where you can easily submit those things, as opposed to maybe stopping someone in the hallway, sending an email. This gives you one quick way to be able to submit that, but also to check the status of that request, get a little bit more information about it, give feedback about the request or about your experience, working with facilities. And it also has some cool features like the ability to take a picture of the issue and submit that along with your request as well. And all of these requests are fully integrated into our CMMS system, so they go right there and to be handled and triaged by the teams, either in our command center or at the site level themselves. So the good news is this tool is actually single sign-on capable for all P&G employees. So I'll show you both kind of ways that you can log in. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to www.qualityoflifehub.com, or if you want to go right to it, you can actually go right to the Apple or Google Play stores and download the app by searching Quality of Life Hub, or in Google it's just QoL. And this is kind of the icon that you're going to be looking for here. Obviously no charge for the download on the mobile app to get you access. And I'll show you both the web version, but also the mobile app version as well. So for P&G employees, which on the phone right now I think is just Carlos, or if you have P&G credentials, you can simply go right into login. Because it's single sign-on enabled, it will recognize your email address, and I'm just going to use this as a placeholder. And for every P&G email address, you'll see that it goes right to single sign-on enabled, and all you have to do is hit login. Because I'm not on the P&G network, this is going to take me to a login screen, obviously, that's on the encryption side for P&G. You enter your standard P&G credentials here, and off you go. You're right in. So it's very, very simple. Again, same thing on the app as it is on the web version. For the Sodexo folks on the phone, you're going to have to go to the sign up page, right? So for P&G, if you have P&G credentials, you could just go right to login. For those that have Sodexo credentials, you can go to the sign up if you've never logged in before. So here I'll just put in some dummy data, but as you can see, it again will notice your email address as credentials. And because we have a couple sites associated with our at Sodexo, you can just go from the select drop-down list and pick, Southeast Mixing Center here as your primary account. This just makes sure that you get to the right home screen when you do log in. One thing to note is that when you do this sign-up process, you'll have to validate your email address. So you'll get an email. You'll get an email from the Quality of Life Hub. You validate your email. It's pretty simple, and then you get put right into the front screen of the website. So I encourage you to either download the app or go to the web version and try to log in today, just to get started on it. Then you can use those same credentials again. Single sign-on if you're a P&G employee, which makes it a little bit easier. So, and you can also reset your password, obviously, if you need to as well. So we'll take you into the front screen. I mean, the really good thing about this tool is we made it really simple, really easy to interact with it, right? So we trimmed down all of the content on this homepage, and really made it the ability to just submit a facility request very easily. This is a content box. You can go here. You can also submit a safety concern. So, maybe it's not a work order, but you do want to report something, a safety hazard around the site. You can do that as well, which will make its way to our on-site teams. But for the purposes of today, we'll take a look at the facility request function. So now that you're recognizes that you're in the Southeast Mixing Center site, we have certain locations that are tied to your site. So hopefully these resonate in terms of the terminology: guardhouse, guard security shack, pump house, or the SMC warehouse. And then it won't make you drill down to the actual floor or area of that site. Again, we tried to make it pretty simple. So if we're in the guardhouse here, you're going to see first floor, and then you're going to want to put a request title, which will be required here. So maybe and I'm just using this as an example. So maybe it's a broken window, but what you're going to want to do here is by column 5A, something like that. That's a descriptor or an identifier for us more than the actual just issue, because we want to make sure we're there. This also gives you an ability to put something here: a room number, location description. That will come through again to the teams on site. This will pull directly from your profile, so contact phone number just in case we have a question or we need to update you. You can also choose to or to not receive email notifications as it goes through the process. And as I mentioned here, you have the ability to upload a photo. If you want to snap a quick picture of that, works really well on the mobile app. Desktops is a little bit more clunky because you have to go find an image that you've saved. Whereas on the mobile phone, you can actually take a picture and send it right through the app, which I'll show you as well. So for the purposes of this, I'm just going to show you real quick how this works. And then once you submit it here, you just get a thank you, okay, and then it will take you right to your recent requests within the app. So this means that it's been received, it's within our system, and then you can see here a little bit more information about the promise date and the close date. So you'll see open, you'll see closed work orders in here as well. And then if you want to view a little bit more details, which it probably doesn't have it because it's just a test request, you can go in here and see a little bit more about the description of what you placed and when the expected date is that we'll get that work completed based on our contractual service levels. And so that's kind of the easy way to get those things submitted. We recommend if you have two separate requests, send them in separate work orders. The team will also notice that and break them out, but just for ease, if you have a different issue, submit that separately via this. You also see our dedicated command center phone number up here. If there's an issue, a problem that's a little bit more urgent, we recommend you to call, of course. So you can always go back onto the app at any point or the desktop version and view your recent requests, whether it's open or closed, just to check the status of it. So these will stay here. There's also this feedback section, just really simple, and you could pick whether it's facilities or a cleaning or a safety concern or something else. Again, gives you the ability to snap a photo and then submit that. And it comes right to the team so they can be able to get that feedback from you. And that's the same thing with a safety concern here. Gives you the ability to just go right here and submit that. There are some FAQs in here as well that are specific to P&G SEMC. So if you want to take a look at a little bit more details about what happens with your requests, or what's going on with your work order, or what should I do for an urgent request, all the general Q&A will be here as well. And then at any time, if you're having trouble in here, something won't submit, or you have a question, you can always reach us by email or by phone within the app here. So pretty straightforward about how it works. I'm going to switch over to the app, but while I do that, I want to pause and see if anyone has any questions or need for clarification.
So if Craig, if someone has an issue or a problem logging on or have a question, who would they reach out to and how would they do it, via email or via phone call?
Either one. They'll be able to do it by phone or by email if they do have a problem. Sometimes what we do need to do is most of the folks that were invited to this call and that are on the P&G side at the Southeast Mixing Center have already been added to our CMMS. If anyone has a problem submitting a work order, that means that they need a profile within our CMMS system, and that usually gets turned around within an hour. So our team will be notified of that, and we'll get them on their way and make sure they get access. But it's pretty rare that will happen. That's for probably like if we have a new hire that comes on that tries to access it, we don't already have them in our Maximo CMMS system. We'll just need to add them pretty quickly. But I believe we did a run through and made sure all of the current active users at the center are already loaded in there. That's a good question.
Anyone else have any questions before you move forward?
Yeah, no questions.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. So now I'll just show you really quickly the mobile app version as well. So you can see that's what the app looks like there. You can search it in the App Store as well. That's what that looks like, and it should be the same experience as well when you search it in Android, for those of you who have that as well. But because I already have it, I'll jump into the app, and you'll see again it looks the same. It's got the same functionality and feedback to be able to submit that via the mobile app as well. So you could see here again, same experience. Can't type. And then you can easily snap a picture here right on your phone. So you can go to the camera and take a picture, and it will pop right up and use that photo to add it right in. So that's a cool feature. If you want to, use the mobile app, it allows you to take those pictures, probably help our team identify the location, but also the problem area a lot faster, maybe avoid some back and forth with the actual requester as well. And again, same functionality. You can pick your location, where you're located at the site, and then give us a little bit more information about, the location itself. And then submit it. So it will be the same type of feedback there. And then if I know that a lot of times some sites continue to grow in size and scale, and we'll work closely with the team, Michael and Corey and Sean, to make sure that if any new locations need to be added in here, that we get them and they're represented well in terms of where you're actually placing the facilities request to be a little bit more specific. So pretty straightforward. And then if you want to, you can also manage your profile here as well. add your preferred location. You could change your phone number, change your password in here as well.
Great. Any questions from anyone?
No questions.
Nope, I'm good.
And if anyone is logging in, I would say right off the bat today, and they're having issues, you can go directly to me. I can help troubleshoot those problems right off the bat to make sure we expedite it and get it done quickly. I don't anticipate it. Everything is pretty straightforward and works really, really well. But it may be a case of not being loaded into our system, or for a new employee like Sean, he'll have that problem. We'll just need to make sure he gets added to Maximo and has a proper people record to do that.
Very good. And if anyone has an issue and for whatever strange reason you can't get in touch with Craig, you can reach out to me, and then I'll do my best to get in touch with Craig. So we'll have a systematic way of trying to resolve any issues that anyone may have.
Yep, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'll put my information right into the chat here. So if anyone does have any questions, they can feel free to either give me a call or send me an email.
So Craig, Corey, what has been like your feedback with this application, with the sites you've been running it on?
I think the lot of the feedback that we've been getting is that it's really easy to use. So, we kind of streamlined all of it to make it super simple. You'll notice here, right? Probably not a maintenance technician's like best friend, because it leaves a lot of room for interpretation. But if for an end user, it's super simple, right? It makes their life a lot easier. They can track their actual requests as well within a system, so they can kind of see where they're at. So the other sites where this is deployed throughout the P&G enterprise, we get fantastic utilization. We have like 60+% of our reactive maintenance requests coming through the digital portal, just because it's a little bit easier.
Gotcha.
Even for those folks that are on the go, not behind a desk, it's mobile friendly. I think it's actually better in the app. So it helps them because they can kind of use it on the go a little bit.
Right. Right now, currently, I mean, most sites, they don't have anything that they can do on the go, right?
I missed that. Sorry, what was it, Corey?
I said, yeah, because most sites right now, they don't have anything they can actually use on the go. This is I guess the tool to use on the go to be able to put work orders in, for as far as from a client standpoint.
Yeah, and it's past P&G security protocols. We've enabled the single sign-on. So it's pretty streamlined, makes it easier. We know it's secure from a data perspective too. So, and we can tweak it, right? We're pretty agile. So, again, if we need to, add a location here, or we need to add, hey, you tell me, Craig, this is first floor, but maybe we get something for the exterior, right? Because we're doing a lot of work. From that perspective, we can quickly make those changes and adjustments, within hours, days, as opposed to weeks and months. So it's pretty quick.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. Is there any concerns or anything that have been coming up that we should know about, that are getting worked out or anything like that, or is everything running pretty smooth?
No, everything's running pretty smooth. The one thing I would say is that we do sometimes run into people that, again, aren't in the system on the back end, that we just need to add there. So, they'll be able to log into the app. The only problem that they'll run into is they'll get a pop-up window that says, you're unable to submit a facilities request at this time. Please email or call this number. And essentially what that is that we need to put them in the system. Again, we overcome it pretty quickly. But I recommend that if we have, a lot of other additional P&G new hires or Sodexo folks, we get them in the system before. That way they just have a seamless experience when they're placing requests.
Okay.
Yep. But again, we'll be automatically notified of those things anyways once they come up. And then we have a team that monitors that and make sure that people get access quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You got it.
Mr. Hart, you have anything for us?
I don't, sir. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I sure can. Thank you. Carlos, are you good, sir?
Yes, sir, all good.
All right, Craig. Well, I think that we appreciate you taking the time. It seems to be pretty straightforward, and if we utilize it and can get everyone to start utilizing it, I think we'll really have a way of catching up and moving forward with some of the things that kind of get by us because we don't have the proper pen or pencil or whatever it may be at the time we see something. So I think this will be great.
Yeah, and what I could do as well is I can, once we get the recording back, I can send that out along with that. There's like a quick one-pager as well document that helps from a login perspective and basic functionality. So happy to send that out to the folks that weren't able to join, and maybe that will help get them started as well.
That would be appreciative, very much so.
You got it.
All right, I think that's all we have, gentlemen. Craig, I appreciate it. Carlos and Chris and Corey, thanks for logging on to the call, and we'll put this to work.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
All right, everyone, have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye now.